May mga challenges tayong kinakaharap araw-araw. Pero ang laban ng buhay na ito ay hindi lamang nakasalalay sa ating kalakasan, kundi sa kapangyarihan at kakayanan ng ating Panginoong Diyos. Hi friends, kumusta po kayo? How are you comforted whenever you will be facing challenging situations, huge circumstances? When you feel that despite of your preparations and despite of your abilities, you may not be able to measure up with the challenge ahead of you. Apparently, ganyan ang buhay nating mga tao, Nung mga bata tayo, medyo madali lamang ang buhay, masaya tayo, ang pinoproblema lamang natin ay yung ating mga laruan. Tapos nung nag-aral na tayo, problema natin yung mga kwaderno natin, yung mga gagamitin natin. Parang napansin ko habang tumatanda ako, ang ating buhay ay hindi ganon dumadali, kundi lumalaki din ng lumalaki ang ating mga responsibilities. And however we prepare for it, it seems that we always find ourselves insufficient and not enough. Saan tayo huhugot ng kasiguraduhan at ng kalakasan sa ganong mga panahon? Naalala niyo ba itong si Joshua when he took over the reign from Moses sa Joshua chapter 1? Namatay na si Moses and Joshua will have to take care of the nation of Israel to inherit the promised land, Canaan. And firstly, ay kailangan niya na makonquer itong Jericho. He has made preparations. Probably he has checked the tribes time and time again. He has repeated the instruction time and time again. And, dahil ito yung big mga challenge sa kanyang buhay and it will be a big days for his life, he must have been very anxious about it. Until something happens sa Joshua chapter 5, verse 13. Now when Joshua was near Jericho, he looked up and saw a man standing in front of him with a drawn sword. In his hand, Joshua went up to him and asked, "Are you for us or for our enemies?" "Neither," he replied, "but as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come." Wow! Itong si Joshua, while preparing for the battle of Jericho, he must have prepared yung kanyang mga armies, he must have prepared the tribes of Israel to be ready for the first ever huge battle of his career as leader of the Israelites. Ganyan. Finally, nag-show up sa kanya ang commander of the army of the Lord. Naka-drone yung sword ng commander of the army of the Lord. At nang tanongin niya, "Are you for us or are you for our enemies?" Ang sabi ng angel of the Lord, "Neither, but as a commander of the Lord, I have come. As a commander of the armies of the Lord, I am now here. Take up your sandal," ang sabi ng commander of the army of the Lord, "for you are standing in a holy ground." And for a while, come to think about it, Joshua must have been anxious prior to that event. Joshua must have been worried. Joshua must have been thinking what would happen. Will he be able to truly and fully conquer Jericho? Until the commander of the army of the Lord show up to tell him that the battle does not belong to him. Despite of his preparations, despite of his military ability, despite of the many things that he could master among the tribe of Israel, the angel of the Lord, the commander of the army of the Lord with a drawn sword, nakalabas yung kanyang espada, has to remind him that the battle of this life belongs to the Lord. And soon he will have to realize that he will not need to draw his sword and in order for him to capture yung Jericho. He'll have to march only around the city of Jericho 7 days. And on the 7th day, just march around silently. But on the 7th time that they will be marching around the city of Jericho, they only have to shout and seek the power and the presence of the Lord. Mga minamahal na mga kapatid at mga kaibigan, ganyan ang ating buhay. May mga challenges tayong kinakaharap araw-araw, pero ang laban ng buhay na ito ay hindi lamang nakasalalay sa ating kalakasan, kundi sa kapangyarihan at kakayanan ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Huwag mong kalilimutan, every time you will be facing another day, every time you will be facing war, quote unquote, God is with you. God abides with you. And God will never abandon you. The truth is, God will be fighting the battle for you. Even now, many years after Joshua, we can still live God's word in this world.